How much more do you want from me?
More.
How much more successful do you want me to be?
More successful.
How many records can my records break?
More records.
But I'm the best.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
What the is he talking about? And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerd is the New Bully. I'm your host Leroy, aka Gummy Worm, with my co-host.
This is Eli, aka Kit Kat.
Yeah, we're back with another episode, and Eli, man, this is a tough one for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, we always start the episode off with celebrity deaths, and this one is a tough one. Like, I almost canceled like tonight. Like, let's just postpone this, do it for another day. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway, because we're gonna say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, which I really wasn't expecting to say that anytime soon, especially the beginning of 2020. So news is still coming out exactly what's happened with the situation and how many people were in the situation, because this morning we heard it was 5 people in the helicopter. Now we're hearing it's 9 people in the helicopter. We found out that his daughter was in the helicopter also. They're saying that basically it was like really foggy in Los Angeles that morning. They hit a mountain, and that's how the helicopter went down. So really sad stuff. It really hurts me because the thing is, like, Kobe is around my age, so I pretty much, when he was, getting into NBA, I was pretty much following his career the entire time. Like I said, growing up, teenager, used to read a whole bunch of comic books, play video games, stuff like that. I kind of got out of that phase and then started getting into basketball. So I'm like, I don't talk about sports on the show a lot, but I do watch a lot of basketball, still do. Like, around that time in my teen years, ball was life, So, so Kobe Bryant, in my opinion, was, the best player I've ever seen, outside of Michael Jordan. Like, growing up, Michael Jordan was pretty much worshipped as a god. That was him. So after him, it was like, who was going to be the next guy? And for like that 2000, 2010 period, Kobe was the guy. Kobe was the face of the NBA, came right out of high school. So around the same time that I graduated from high school, I went to college. He went to the NBA. Stayed there the whole time. Young. Knew he was too young to be in there, but you could see that the talent was there. Guy with Shaq, won a whole bunch of championships. He won 5 championships while he was in the league. And one of his most impressive games that probably anybody's ever seen was the game where he scored 81 points, which everybody talked about today. That is the second highest scoring game in NBA history, but it's actually the highest scoring game that anybody's ever seen on live TV, because back in the 60s, Will Chamberlain did it, said he scored 100 points. Nobody saw him do it. He just said he did it. Everybody took his word for it, but nobody really saw it. This, on the other hand, when you could see Kobe scoring 81 points, it's insane. That's more than some teams score on a nightly basis. Like, I saw him play, and it was insane. You see 5 guys on him, and it's just like Neo in the Matrix. Like, when he can finally see it, he's beginning to believe. That's what he was. Like, he was in like a completely different zone, superhuman on another level from everybody else. It was just an amazing thing to see. The way his game played, because that's the thing, he was one of the most entertaining players we've seen also. He completely changed how the game was made because he was such a student of the game. He wasn't just a physically gifted athlete that could jump out the gym. He was a basically basketball genius. Like, he had his own show on ESPN where he used to break down, games. So what he would do is that all the great players, he would study them and copy their moves. Like, one night he's playing like Michael Jordan. One night he's playing like Magic Johnson. You just never know what he's going to do. The best thing I can compare him to is Taskmaster. He was the Taskmaster of the NBA because he could pretty much master anybody else's game and mimic it down to a T. So yeah, man, this one hurt. On top of that, like I said, his daughter was in it. They're actually going to his daughter's basketball game where he was coaching her. In like 2 weeks, you could see him on TV. and he was actually like you could read his lips. He was walking her through the plays of the game, like on the sidelines. I'm like, oh man, so really hurts. And on top of that, after all this, he died the day after LeBron James passed him for the scoring title. Like, that's some weird shit, man. So, like I said, Eli, this is a tough one for me. And another thing, a lot of people saying, like, why should you mourn or feel sorry for people you never met before? I'm like, because I'm a decent human being. I mean, what's wrong with, feeling empathy for somebody, that lost their lives? And another thing, like I said, because you have people like, Kobe Bryant or other people that we talked about on the show, like Prince, because we get the same argument over and over again. Stan Lee, Prodigy from Mobb Deep, a number of other celebrities we can name also. I'd like to say if they touched your lives, impact your lives in any kind of way, there's nothing wrong for you to, show empathy for them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't a basketball fan, but I heard of him.
Yeah.
So
and that's
so
another thing because he transcended the sport. He became like an ambassador of the league, became the face of the league. So just like LeBron, just like Michael Jordan, even if you don't know anything about the sport, you know them.
Yeah, it's like you've reached a level of greatness in your sport or whatever you do when you become a household name. Right. Yeah, I didn't follow basketball. I actually suck at basketball and can't play it for shit. But I've heard of him. So yeah, I can tell that. Yeah, that he was made an impact on a lot of people's lives. Probably inspired a lot of young athletes, and yeah, it's sad to see them go like this. It's especially shockingly like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because he was just in still the prime of life, like 41. That's still young. He's in the prime of his life.
Hey, he's younger than I am. Like and his daughter was with him. I mean, it's just sad.
Right, and he was training her. They were showing clips of her playing basketball, and she was mimicking his moves. Like his movement, body language, everything like that. I was like, oh man, this is really messed up. The Grammys were tonight. They almost had to shut down the Grammys. Because it was in the Staples Center, where the LA Lakers play. So when they heard about Kobe, passing, everybody in LA gathered at the Staples Center, for mourning or whatever like that.
Yeah, memorials,
Memorial, just out of nowhere. But they were like, okay, you have to go because the Grammys are going to be here tonight. People are like, no, we're not leaving. They showed a picture of it. It was like just a sea of people just outside the Staples Center. So I don't know how they worked this out, anything like that. But yeah, and I heard Boyz II Men sung a song for Kobe, on the spot or anything like that. So, yeah, it's just man, this is a tough one. And the reason like I said, I was going if this had just happened, I just heard about it, I would have canceled the podcast tonight. But that's not the Kobe way, because Kobe invented Mamba mentality. Now, and I didn't get this the way he always comes up the Black Mamba. And I watched Kill Bill, and I was like, oh shit, he got that from Kill Bill, because that was Uma Thurman's name in there, so that became his nickname in there, because he basically said that. Reason he called himself the Black Mamba because he was like an assassin on the court. He would take your heart out, show no emotion, no fear, anything like that, because he was the type of guy that, like, when you play him, not only was he like this great player, this genius player, stuff like that, he put it all on the court. He bled on the court. He broke bones on the court, played through that stuff. He like I said, he came out of high school and he played all the way up until like his late 30s, which you don't do in basketball. He played until his body just gave out, where his Achilles tendon went out. And that's pretty much the kiss of death for any athlete over 30. You're done after that, So he played so much, he just gave his all and gave his body to it. And it basically meant Mamba mentality. You see opportunity, you take it, don't waste it, go for it. And that's pretty much how he lived his life, So if I'm going to honor Kobe just like everybody else do, then I'm going to just do my part and, not waste any time, do it, So, and that's the main thing you want to take away from this whole, basically from his life, I guess, just, go for it, just don't wait around. If you see opportunity, seize it, take it, live your life. So, man, like I said, that was a tough one, Eli. Can we move on from that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Hold on, let me get my notes. I don't have notes. All right, so let's move on. Oh, by the way, Eli, how you doing lately? I never asked about you. Every time I talk to you, you say you've been doing worse and worse and worse lately. So how you been doing now?
Oh, I'm still nursing my leg and my hip. Still pretty much bedridden. I'm on work leave. I can't, do much, but I did join a gym the other day because they had a pool and I went swimming.
Nice.
So
Okay. So you start New Year's resolution off right?
yeah, well, I haven't been able to exercise or anything because of my leg and my hip. So I was like, you know what? There were people telling me, hey, swimming's a good exercise. So I did. I joined a gym down the street here. They got a pool, and I tried to do some laps. And holy shit, that shit's hard.
Yeah.
I did one lap down the length of the pool, and I was like, I was out of breath. like a motherfucker. Like, holy shit, that's a way different form of cardio right there.
Yeah,
So,
swimming takes a lot out of you.
yeah. So, but there's no impact on my joints or my muscles. So, that's what I'm going to do in the meantime. Just get out of the house because I'm getting sick of being cooped up here. All the time. So.
Okay. Well, glad you're getting better because like I said, 2020 has been like a shit year so far. But I'm glad you're actually getting out there doing something. Yeah, and swimming is a lot of exercise too. It can really take a lot out of you.
Oh yeah. I wasn't used to that.
Yes, I know how to swim. I know a lot of people is this running joke. Black people can't swim. Yes, I can swim. I took offense to that one time because somebody looked at me and said, "You look like a black dude that can swim." I'm like, what the fuck that means?
Yeah, Black Manta, motherfucker.
Right. Yeah, Black Manta can swim. I'm gonna swim too. So, can we move on to the rest of the podcast?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is where we talk about the box office numbers. And Eli, give it to me. What is the number one movie of the week?
Crap. What is it? Is it still Bad Boys?
It's still Bad Boys for Life. They're running away with it. So you got Bad Boys for Life. Can I talk about Bad Boys for a second? I'm not gonna just harp on it, but I think it's been out 2 weeks now, right? So we can do spoilers.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I spoil it for Eli? I know you don't care.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
They win, right?
They win, yeah. But here's the thing about the Bad Boys third act of it. I'm gonna just go ahead and spoil it. Spoilers if anybody hasn't seen Bad Boys, whatever. But I'm just gonna go into it. Okay. So Bad Boys has the exact same plot as Gemini Man.
Okay.
It was very weird. You didn't see Gemini Man either. I forgot. Okay. So, but you understand the premise of it. Basically, okay, I'm going to just tell you the ending of the third act that nobody wanted to spoil in Bad Boys Life. I'm going to just spoil it for you. So, basically, this strange assassin that's been going around just killing people just left, right, stuff like that, been hunting down Will Smith, and he finally finds out who the guy is. Turns out the guy is his son. He's like in his 20s, like that. So he's this trained assassin going to kill him. And it's pretty much the exact same plot as Gemini Man. He's this trained assassin coming out to kill him, this badass, because he's getting also like that. But it was a clone of him, but he treats him like his son anyway. So I'm just like, did Will Smith just copy his own movie? Just redo it because nobody saw the other movie? Like, I guess. Why not? At least Jaden Smith is not the assassin, whatever. So I don't know. Here we go. Number 2, talking about 1917. I feel like we should watch that movie, Eli, but I don't know. Okay.
Anthony saw it. He says it was really good, and he's telling me I should go check it out.
Yeah, because I'm hearing Sam Mendes is like the value mark Christopher Nolan, but still pretty good, What do we got? Number 3, Doolittle. Ooh, this is not good. Sorry, Robbie. Don't worry, he will come crawling back to Marvel soon. He was on the Joe Rogan show talking about what it would take him to come back to Marvel. He would say only if Joe Rogan comes with him. So, hey, 2 for 1. Number 4, The Gentleman. Here's a lot of good stuff about that one. Another Guy Ritchie movie.
Oh, I want to see. Yeah, I almost went and saw that, but I didn't get a chance to. But I want to. I really want to see that. No, I almost did. I was planning on going yesterday, but then I didn't. That's why I asked tonight. I would have went. Remember, I said, "Hey, are we recording tonight?" And you said, "Yeah." I was like, okay. I won't go see it tonight then, because I would have went and saw it tonight.
Oh, blame it on me. Okay.
But no, I really want to see that.
Okay, it looks interesting. I want to see. Plus, it's like
Guy
Snatch
Ritchie.
And what was that other movies? Lock, Stock, and Smoking Barrel.
Lock, Stock, yeah.
I might have fucked the name up, but yeah, it's one of those movies. So I want to definitely see that. What else we got? Jumanji: The Next Level, staying in there. The Turning. I don't know what The Turning is.
That's the horror flick.
I guess. Okay. You know what? I think what comes out next. You know what comes out next week? I think Fantasy Island comes out. No, it's week after next week. Yeah.
Oh.
What else we got? Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of the Skywalker. Let's click that and just see where we are right now. Let's see. Still at $1 billion. Yeah, it's a thing. We'll come back to Star Wars in a second. Number 8, Little Women, which should be up for an Oscar. Number 9, Just Mercy, which I'm pretty sure it's already made its money back in that. And number 10, Knives Out, which is also up for an Oscar. So yeah, those are the box office numbers for right now. Now Eli, I'm gonna make an audible. I'm gonna make an audible play on here, and I'm gonna invite you in this. Okay, so next week, Harley Quinn comes out. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of the Life of
the Harley Quinns.
Something, yeah. All right, so are we going to do a show dedicated to that one, or are we just going to just briefly talk about it, or are we just going to just
you
say
mean like a whole Harley Quinn show?
It's a comic. I mean, it's a comic book movie. That's kind of our thing,
Oh, will we just talk about the show, the whole show?
I mean,
the
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whatever, man.
I'm just saying, because Eli, I already know. Yeah, I can't even trust if you even will see the movie. So I'm just gonna be here just talking for an hour by myself about Harley Quinn. I'm like, I don't know, that's too much even for me.
Yeah, I mean, I plan on seeing it. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I have enough history with Harley Quinn like we usually do. But
I mean, she's a weird case because she was born in the '90s, so it's not like Black Panther 1966 in the civil rights movement or some shit,
Yeah.
So.
But then again, I wasn't really a Shazam fan, and I think did we do a whole Shazam show too?
We did. You're right. We do break for just some time. Okay, you answered that question. Thank you. We'll move on from that.
All right.
All right. So unless you're just really excited about it, we just really want to talk about my
Harley Quinn was awesome.
You know what? There's one thing that happened in the trailer that commented that nobody paid attention to. Like when they were shooting at her in that drug house and the cocaine started flying all over the place and she just started sniffing cocaine and all of a sudden she got like superpowers, started shooting people. Like nobody paid attention to that. It's like your hero of the movie is snorting cocaine. Fuck it, whatever. Okay. Damn. What else can we talk about? Fuck. Can we go back to Star Wars?
I guess.
Let's go back to Star Wars. Okay. So, Eli, have you heard about the leaks that have been coming out about Colin Trevarrow's leak script?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Okay. I don't know if you talked about anything like that. Like I said, I'm just going to briefly talk about what did happen in that leak script, and we'll just go from there. Trying to think. And I do want to tell you this, that the leak script actually has been confirmed by Colin Trevarrow. Like I said, this actually came out last week. But we had so much shit going on in the last episode, we didn't have time to talk about it. And I wanted to put a pin in to talk about it this week. But he has came out and confirmed that, yes, it's all true. And
even had some artwork. The
artwork was done by the same guy that has done the artwork on the other Star Wars Disney movies. And he has came out and said, yes, it's all true. It's all confirmed.
Yeah.
So now the thing about this leaked script is that it was actually completed in 2016. Like it was actually completed before Carrie Fisher died. So even if they would have went with this script, it still would have been intact the same way it was anyway. So, take everything with a grain of salt. Basically what the thing was is that the movie was not going to be called Rise of Skywalker. It was going to be called Episode 9, Duel of the Fates. That was going to be the name of it. They had to have the music in there. They would have had to. That would been a crime not to. See, Eli, you get me excited because this week I get to go see the symphony. So, like I said, also what happened in it, Palpatine was not in the movie.
No.
He was not referenced to be Rey's relation or anything like that. He didn't have like space orgies and shit like that where he cranked out grandbabies, nothing like that. Only thing they got from Palpatine in the movie was a transmission that Kylo Ren picked up. Oh, and he was in Mustafar and he was just chilling in Mustafar the whole time. Kylo,
which makes sense.
Yeah. Because like I said, he's a Vader fanboy. That's what he would do. So apparently he found the holocron that they were, trying to find in the Rise of Skywalker the whole time. They don't chase that holocron in this movie. It's just chilling in Mustafar. He picks it up.
And that's not a holocron. That was a wayfinder or whatever the fuck.
I give my Star Wars terminology.
They didn't. I thought it was a holocron. Everyone's, it's a holocron. Nope, it was some map. It was just a map.
But everybody kept saying holocron.
Yeah. But it wasn't. It's like, well, why not, you dumbasses?
Right. If it turns out it should have been. Even they say that. So apparently this thing blew up in Kylo Ren's face, fucks his face up. So it fucks his face up. So he's still supreme leader, but nobody has seen him for a while. Hux is running. He's the Chancellor of Coruscant, and he's pretty much just
he's
Coruscant.
Chancellor. Yeah,
yeah, he's Chancellor. He just run Coruscant to the ground. Like it's just fuck. It's like Blade Runner. You know, they got this sky. Oh, what's the movie? Alita, Battle Angel, Battle Angel Alita.
Yeah,
like that. You know, they got like the underground city and the high city and shit like that. So basically, that's how Coruscant looks now. And most of the movie is going to take place in Coruscant. The movie's supposed to open up with like this heist of a Star Destroyer. Rey's gonna be in like a stormtrooper outfit. She unveils herself. She's wearing like the same outfit Luke was wearing in Return of the Jedi.
She was disguised as a, what do you call it?
Oh, yes, right. Sam
Tusken
person,
Raider.
Tusken Raider.
Yeah, Tusken Raider. Yeah,
Tusken Raider. That's what it was.
Yep.
And she had not in that double lightsaber she had in the movie. She has a double lightsaber the whole time in this movie.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just Luke Skywalker's, which makes sense because Luke Skywalker's, lightsaber was destroyed in The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not a big deal because part of the Jedi's training to build on lightsabers anyway. So that's not a big deal, But it's just cool that she walked around with double lightsaber. So like she had like the evil Rey in that scene. No, that would have been her the whole time. Luke Skywalker would have been training her, but she would have been conflicted, like arguing with him back and forth. Like, no, I'm not the last Jedi. You're the last Jedi, and the last Jedi is done. They're gonna be arguing the whole time. Excuse me. While he's doing that, he's also like talking to Kylo Ren every day and Mustafar, just fucking with him the whole time. You're not Kylo, you're not this fanboy. Go back to your mother, stuff like that.
The dark path you leads to a tomb, all this shit.
Yeah, so all that stuff happens. Yeah. Basically the whole plot, the main plot of the movie is that, like I said, because like in the Rise of the Skywalker, they were trying to get a message out to like other planets, stuff like that. But in the Rise of Skywalker, they just said nobody's responding. Everybody's scared. They don't want to fuck with you, anything like that. In this script, they can't get the message out because the First Order is blocking all messages on all planets. So nobody has communication with anybody.
Yeah.
So the only way to get that communication out is that they have to go to Coruscant to the Jedi Temple. And underground, there's this Jedi beacon that the technology is so old, the First Order can't stop from getting out. But of course, in order to get there, they have to storm the Jedi Order to get there. So that's pretty much the next 2/3 of the movie. And while they're doing that, you got Finn and Rose. Rose is actually in this movie, like a good bit in this movie.
She's like a demolition expert. She's like blowing shit up and shit, planting bombs and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, she actually has like a purpose in this movie. That's the thing. So they go C-3PO and R2-D2 are with them the whole time. They go underground. They try to find, talk to somebody to help them sneak into the Jedi Temple, stuff like that. I think they get kidnapped. I think they like the First Order to find them, and Rose get like tortured and shit. And I don't know if it's true or not. I think they said they were going to kill R2 or something.
I heard something like that, but then I heard, no, that's not true. He would never do that.
Yeah, I think
he would
R2 might get fucked up.
Or we would think he would get killed, but yeah, that's a low blow. That would have.
Yeah, probably that. So that's going to happen there. Rey was basically going to just. I don't know what I forgot what Rey was supposed to be doing.
She was supposed to like get blinded or something, wasn't she?
Yeah, at the very end. Yeah, the very end. Like, so she's not Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan in this movie. No, Kylo Ren actually beats her, and he blinds her. They don't know if it's like forever. We don't know if it's like just the end or whatever, something like that. Oh, Kylo Ren actually, that message that he got that blew up in his face. Oh, he wears a Mandalorian mask also. The rest of the movie.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, this was written before the Mandalorian. So he wears a Mandalorian mask the rest of the time. The message that Palpatine gave him in that holocron tells him to go find his master. And I think his name was Tor Valum. I think what his name was. And they're hinting at that might have been Darth Plagueis. So basically, Tor Valum trains Kylo into more Sith shit, so he gets even more Sith powers than he did before. Like, he becomes a Sith vampire. Like, he can actually suck the life out of living things around him now. And just like how Luke did in The Empire Strikes Back, when he goes to the tunnel and fights Darth Vader, so does Kylo Ren. He fights Darth Vader, but this is going to be like a whole...
Because he was supposed to be some alien species that no one's ever seen.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like 7,000 years old or some shit.
Yeah, what's his... I forget what you said his name was. The
Sith guy. Yeah, it's supposed to be like some kind of Cthulhu-looking like monster or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something like that. So Kylo's supposed to fight Darth Vader, and it's supposed to be like a big fight, like all kind of like this where the money goes in this fight right here. It was gonna be like all the posters and all kind of shit like that. He beats Vader, basically. And actually, like that helmet that he had the whole time of Vader's helmet, he throws it off the side. Also, he's like, "Fuck Vader, I don't care. I'm stronger than Vader now." So he's past the Vader fanboy phase. You know, I think they said even Han Solo shows up again, and they reenact that same scene on the bridge, and Kylo kills him again. So they're basically at this point like he's way past being redeemed. Like they don't even think about this shit like that. And matter of fact, like Rey is kind of like conflicted, like she don't know whether she needs to be with Ford. I keep getting with all I know is that she's being chased by the Knights of Ren the whole time. So the Knights of Ren are just on her ass the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know that much. Poe is not a spice smuggler in this one. They do go to another planet to hide out away from them, but he finds his like grandfather some shit and he helps him out. He used to be like an old warfighter, shit like that. Leia, like I say, has a big part in this movie. She is gonna try to help recruit people also. Like she goes find Lando. Lando is like, I'm done with the fight. He's basically like still a smuggler. He's like playing cards and shit like that. She like, I need help him. Oh, your boy Bosk.
Oh yeah, I heard he was in it. Yeah.
He was gonna be in it. He was gonna be at the same
he was
place.
gonna be like all old and a good guy or some shit.
Yeah, like he basically he's supposed to be like rich or shit like that. He's just supposed to be like chilling on a beach somewhere. He sees the beacon or hears the beacon, something like that. He like, well, fuck, I gotta go fight with them. So in the big fight in Coruscant, like he's gonna be there fighting with them.
Yeah, like the whole like Leia was gonna like at the end, Leia was gonna like show up with the whole fleet of fucking rebels on Coruscant and like save the day and shit.
But who she comes with, she basically had nothing but like smugglers, bounty hunters, scoundrels, criminals. That's who helps fights, you know. And basically how she gonna send the beacon out, like she's gonna send the beacon to R2. She's wearing all white and basically the exact same way it was in A New Hope, you know. And basically gonna tell the galaxy, you're my only hope or some shit, you know. And that's what gets everybody like, oh fuck, we gotta go fight now. So they're gonna be like a sky battle and a ground battle. Finn is that's gonna talk the stormtroopers or some of the stormtroopers into helping them fight. So the stormtroopers gonna revolt against the First Order, team up with Finn and go and help him fight.
Which makes sense.
Which makes sense because that was his arc. And because it always rubbed me the wrong way about Finn just murdering stormtroopers just left and right, like just does not care. You know, you think he would feel bad about that, thinking like, okay, maybe they had the same mental programming like I do. So in this one, yeah, he does convince them to fight with him. You know, so I thought that was pretty smart also. The First Order, like the fight basically is going the wrong way. Basically, it's like they realize they're going to lose this fight. So they're like, fuck this, we're going to get out of here. So like the main generals and admirals, stuff like that, they hop in. They get in the, what's the name of their main base? The Starkiller base? Not Starkiller base. Like their main base.
Where are Coruscant?
No. Their main spaceship base. Like the lead. They have a name. I forgot it. Can't remember it. Anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, they get on that ship. Because basically it's Kylo Ren's ship. But they get on that ship. They're like, fuck, we're going to get the fuck out of here. But when Rose got tortured, she escaped. And she rigs and she hacked into the machine where she fucked up their navigation systems. So when they shoot off to get away from them, they fly right into a planet. So they're done. Your boy Hux. Hux turns out that he's been a Sith fanboy the whole time. But reason is he's not Force sensitive, so he can't be a Jedi or a Sith, anything like that. But he's like all kind of like Jedi memorabilia with him. So when he realized he's about to be, be beaten, like the First Order's done and the rebels about to take over, he seppuku's himself, kills himself, ritual suicide with a lightsaber. He's done. Back to Rey and Kylo Ren. Like I said, they eventually fight at the end. Kylo Ren's like he can't be redeemed. Kylo blinds her, knocks out. He's about to kill her, but before he can kill her, Luke Skywalker shows up as a Force Ghost and grabs the lightsaber. So apparently they get into another fight. A lightsaber Jedi whatever fight. And I think Luke, Yoda, and Obi-Wan talk to Rey and tell her that he can't be redeemed. We realize it, and that Force vampire powers that Kylo gets, he used it on Rey, sucks all the life out of her, kills her. But doing that actually heals him because his face was all fucked up from that thing, and from the Mandalorian helmet that smelt it. He didn't wait for it to dry or like to seal it like that. He just put the shit on his face and fucked his face even more up. So when he took the life force out of Ray, he's completely healed. And when he's healed, that brings Ben Solo back. So he decides to give her the life back and kills himself. But when he puts life back in her, now she has a bit of the light side and the dark side in her both. So what's that gray Jedi shit? I guess she becomes a gray Jedi.
Okay.
So, and she's just like, okay, so I'm not a Jedi, I'm not a Sith, I'm just Rey. Coruscant finally taken back over by the people. First Order are like dead, like they're all dead, everybody. I think Rey probably even kills Toro Valo or something like that. And basically the movie ends with the Broom Kids at the end of the Last Jedi. She finds them and trains them. The end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some stuff I like, Eli, some stuff I don't like. Some stuff makes more sense because some stuff in the Last Jedi, Rise of the Skywalker raises too many questions. Like,
Yeah. This one
Palpatine
sounds
getting
like
down.
it was this one sounds like it was well thought out
Yeah.
and not half-assed and
Right.
not like catering and not an apology. Like
But here's the thing. It sounds too original. Like,
original.
yeah, it does. I mean, it feels like Star Wars. It feels like a Star Wars movie when you just describe it.
Yeah.
But it's not hitting the beats that you expect a Star Wars movie to go. Like, because I think, what was that movie? They're saying something happens in this movie that happened in the old movie, but they're like, no, it's not going to work that way. They basically trying to subvert expectations just like The Last Jedi did. The reason, obviously, the reason they threw this script out. They threw this script out because of The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically what happened. They were like, no, we're taking too many chances. Let's just play it safe because we got too much money into these movies. And so that's why they threw that shit out and just kept everything just simple. Bring back Palpatine because Palpatine puts butts in the seats.
Yeah. They went back to fan service and and to nostalgia.
Exactly. They relied too much on them because that's what JJ always did. Because here's the thing, JJ Abrams never intended to come back to these movies. That's why there's a lot of plot holes that he had in the first movie. He never even answered. Some he did answer. They was like, "That's your answer?" Okay, because he never expected. He was like, "I'm just doing this shit and I'm out. I'm done."
And that's what the first movie was. I mean, The Force Awakens was. It was just basically because remember, no one, people don't want to admit, but we were still a little skeptical about the prequels. So we're like, okay, how's this going to be? And he's like, you know what? I'm going to bring back what everybody wants. And that's what Force Awakens was. It was just a whole nostalgia trip. We're going to got another Death Star, only it's bigger. Got another trench run. Going to bring back the Millennium Falcon, bring all the old folks back and, give the fans the nostalgia trip they want. And it worked. And then Last Jedi comes along and doesn't do any of that.
Right. Because they got gunshot. They got scared. Let's play it safe.
Yeah, let's nostalgia is just a dream. Luke is just a legend. Luke is not this all-powerful wizard like we all thought he was. He's just a guy.
And another thing, this script sounds like a natural progression of The Last Jedi.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
the thing. Like, you did that, okay, then it sounds like a complete arc.
Yeah, Rey's still, Rey's not anybody special. That whole thing about the beacon, explains why nobody showed up on the Battle of Crate.
Exactly.
And it just sounds like I said, it sounds like it was more developed than it just sounds like Rise of Skywalker was just rushed.
Right. And here's the thing, like, people keep saying like these three movies didn't have a plan. They didn't have it sounds like with this movie, they did have a plan.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a complete arc. That would have satisfied everything, the trilogy, what they're going for. But when you just throw that shit out and just make shit off the fly, because they said even J.J. Abrams didn't even have enough time to write the script. He just wrote the script like on the way over there or some shit, So you don't have enough time to flesh out the movie like you should have. And that's why I just felt like it's rushed,
Yeah.
Man, it just feels like a missed opportunity. I actually like Rise of Skywalker. That's another thing about it. I'm just thinking like, damn, the movie that we could have gotten, it could have felt something special instead of, feeling like retreading old water. This could have felt special.
Yeah, and that's what Rise of Skywalker ends up being. It's just a bunch of fan service. Let's bring back the nostalgia. Let's give everybody what they want. because we don't want to fuck up the brand. And, you know, the fan reaction to The Last Jedi proves that a lot of the fans aren't ready for this franchise to evolve.
Right.
You know? So we want the same status quo shit, and that's what Rise of Skywalker is.
But then you give people the same shit, and they still complain.
Yeah.
So what do you want? You know, that's what people want.
I mean, I liked The Last Jedi. First viewing, I was blown away.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And but then I saw the reactions of it. I mean, I saw the backlash, you know. I had no problem with so yeah, when they go back and fix everything, when Rise of Skywalker fixes everything that The Last Jedi did, I was like, you didn't have to me, he's like, you didn't have to fix any of that shit. You didn't have to, you know, making Rey Palpatine's granddaughter was like the biggest, like, really? That was like the only part of the movie where I rolled my eyes. I was like,
and
oh,
even
really?
before he said, like, when he was about to, I was like, don't say it. Don't say it.
Yeah.
You're a Palpatine. I'm like, no.
And I was like, that was like the shittiest. I mean, I've heard all the theories. Oh, she's going to be Kenobi's daughter, or Han Solo's illegitimate whatever. So she's somebody. And, oh, what if she's Palpatine or something? And I was like, that's like the dumbest one out of all of them.
Right.
You know, and that's the one they went with. I was like, really?
Honestly, Eli, if they were going to go that route, that's the only one that makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but it's the only one that makes sense, if it makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, if they're bringing him back, I mean, why not?
I mean, because it creates the most conflict. I mean, making her a Kenobi or, you know, Mace Windu's kid, like, there's no drama behind that. But making her a Palpatine, you know, does kind of sew up something. It's the only plate they had left, because that would kind of explain why she's so fucking overpowered. You know?
Yeah.
Because, okay, she's a Palpatine. Okay, that kind of makes sense, you know. It creates conflict. Oh, she's got a bit of the evil in her, and she could be Empress Palpatine. Honestly, I think they should have, you know what they should have did? Make her the bad guy of the third movie.
Yeah.
Make her Empress Palpatine. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, or something. I mean, but it all goes back into the, like, it fit. Yeah, you're right. It fits into the theme of you're not dictated by your past or your family's past. Like, anybody is capable of being in charge of their own destiny. You know, you had Ben Skywalker, born of Leia and Han. He turns out to be an asshole.
Right.
You know, like, and then you have Vader, who went dark, who gives birth to Luke and Leia, who are good guys, you know. And so, yeah, so Rey being a Palpatine fits that theme of, oh, yeah, her granddad was a fucking piece of shit, but doesn't mean she has to be.
Right.
You know. So it just fits into that whole idea that what the movie was trying to say, you know.
I mean, I hate compare, but it's just like the DCU. They had a plan, they got gun shy, and they went away from their plan. But I feel like they should have stuck to the guns to begin with. Star Wars should have stuck to the guns to begin with, because if they did stuck with the guns, nobody could have said they didn't have it planned out. Because, like I said, this is planned out. This was a natural continuation of The Last Jedi. So
yeah, it's too bad. You know, I mean, we all heard the rumors that, oh, Colin Trevarrow had a big ego and all this shit. I remember hearing that when they fucking fired him or whatever, when he left.
Oh, he was tweeting about how he was the hot shit.
Yeah, but that happened also around when Lord Miller got fired off of Solo.
Right.
So, like, you know, and then that shit came out about Gareth Edwards, how they changed Rogue One. Like, Rogue One was way more darker.
Yeah. I heard he wasn't even allowed in when they edited, he wasn't even allowed in the room.
Yeah, that they lightened it up. I mean, as grim and bleak as Rogue One is, they lightened it up. You know what I mean? That he had a much grimmer tone to it. You know, but that's what he wanted. He wanted a Full Metal Jacket version of a fucking Star Wars movie.
And maybe that's how, you know, The Mandalorian succeeded, where the rest of them kind of, I won't say fail, but kind of, you know, falter.
Yeah, I'm watching Rebels. I never watched Rebels until, like, I got my Disney app, and holy shit, that show is awesome. I'm like, wow.
And I'm thinking that she don't have as much creative control over them as she does over the movies. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, the TV shows, because like the Clone Wars and like Rebels, I haven't watched that Resistance show or whatever it's called yet either.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying, like, this fits. You're seeing themes and ideas being tackled in the Star Wars universe that the movies don't tackle.
Right.
You know, and it's cool. Like I finally just saw Rey versus Vader, not Rey, Ahsoka versus Vader the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I finally watched that episode, and I got emotional watching it. I'm like, holy shit, that relationship, Ahsoka and Anakin, is way more tragic than Anakin and Padme.
Right.
You know, because I felt nothing. I felt no emotion at all during those prequels.
You didn't feel any emotion about you're breaking my heart. You're going to the path I can't follow.
Hold me like you did on fucking Naboo. So love has made you blind. I felt nothing from that tragic. That's supposed to be a tragedy, right? But I felt nothing. But here, this cartoon comes in it, and you see Ahsoka confronting Vader. She hasn't seen Anakin since she left the Jedi Order during the Clone Wars, and now she's confronting Vader. And that I was like, whoa, holy shit. It was so emotional for me. I was like, damn. Like I started tearing up and shit. Like, holy shit, I'm getting more emotion from this, the tragedy of their two relationships. Because that's like, it's not a romance. It's like she's his little sister.
Right.
You know, and then when she says, I won't leave you, I was like, oh my God. I won't leave you this time. And she cut through his mask.
Right.
Like she cut through his mask, and you could see his eye. You know, you could see his eye appearing through the mask. Like she cut through the barrier of Vader and got to Anakin. And for that split second, Anakin's like, oh shit, you know. But then he goes, no, then you're going to die. Then he goes back to the dark.
Yeah. I mean, because that was always the theme that Anakin is in there somewhere.
Yeah. And then that thing falls on them, and then they're, you know, Ezra's crying and shit. I was like, oh my God. This is why wasn't this shit in the movies? You know?
They're scared to pull the trigger on it. I mean, but this is where the movies need to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no choice. They have to go that direction. So
yeah.
I think this is just a bump in the road. But I do feel like, even though it's a bump in the road, I do feel like they do not need to ignore this. I feel like they need to explore this. It's meat in these movies. Commit to it, you know.
I admit, I teared up a bunch of times during Rise of Skywalker. But that is because it was working the nostalgia strings.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, Leia dying. Yes, Luke raising the X-wing out of the water. Like all those things, it got to, like, you know.
But do you think they were kind of strumming the nostalgia heartstrings a little though?
Yeah, that's what that was doing. And that's why those scenes got to me. But then I watched The Mandalorian, and when the little fucking Ugnaught dude got killed, I was like, I still ain't over that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
People don't care about that. They just care about the baby getting punched.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, that was so fucked up. I was more shocked than I was like, holy shit, they didn't kill that little guy. I was like, yeah. I felt more than that was real and in the moment. Like I felt so much for that character. Whereas, Rise of Skywalker is just, you know, remember this? They're shoving member berries down my throat. Remember this? Remember that? Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Right.
You know?
So I don't know. But now that we're on that, let me ask you this, and we're gonna jump on Star Wars. We talk about Star Wars way too much on this podcast in general. But how do you feel about the Clone Wars final season?
Oh, I'll check it out. It sounds like they're just gonna fill in the blanks, like they planned on that last season. It's just they got canceled. You know?
But didn't Netflix promote their last season as the last season?
Yeah, they had they were working on season 6 when they got canceled, and I think that's when that whole sale happened.
Oh, okay.
All the video games got canceled. Like that whole division got shut down.
Okay.
So they had already made a bunch of episodes already for season 6. That's why when Netflix released it was called the Lost Episodes or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they released those on Netflix, but now they're finishing up the show, how it was meant to finish.
Okay, gotcha.
You know?
Okay, because what I was thinking was that Netflix actually put out the final season, and Disney got it back. Like, no, this is the final season. They're going to put more shows after the final season. What they had, like, okay, none of this makes any sense. But you're saying it's not what's happening. So okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. All right. Yeah, like I said, my Disney Plus ran out, so fuck it.
Yeah, I thought about it too, but then I'm like, my kid's watching Wall-E and Toy Story. I'm like, fuck it, I'll keep it. So
Okay. When Falcon and Winter Soldier comes out, I'll pick it up again.
WandaVision.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch. I told you, man. WandaVision is the most thing I'm excited for the most out of anything Marvel's doing right now.
Yeah, because I don't give a shit about Hawkeye or.
Oh, they canceled the Hawkeye shit.
Yeah, I didn't care anyway.
No one cares. Nobody's gonna ask, "Where's Hawkeye?" Like nobody's even gonna shit. Like if they just don't even mention it again, people are just gonna forget.
Yeah.
Oh, can I talk briefly about Falcon and Winter Soldier? Also, I know we had a whole bunch of topics we weren't gonna talk about, but I'm talk about it anyway.
All right.
So they released footage of official pictures of U.S. Agent. John Walker. And Eli got excited, but I can see a lot of people that don't read comics are misinterpreting what the hell is going on. They see him in a different looking Captain America suit. And they're like, "Oh, look at that shitty looking Captain America suit he's wearing." Like that's the point. It's supposed to be a shitty looking Captain America suit, because he's not Captain America. John Walker is basically Captain MAGA. If it makes any sense. Like you got Steve Rogers Captain. That's basically like Steve Rogers Captain America. John Walker is Captain America. That's him. He's right wing, conservative. That's the type of guy he
Captain
is.
Confederacy.
Right, basically. And I think in the picture, like a lot of people didn't put two and two together, but yes, that is Cap's shield that he's holding in there. So obviously, you can tell part of the conflict of the story is going to be is that he gets the shield from Sam some kind of way, and Sam's going to have to fight to get the shield back because he realized that this dude is fucking crazy. So because that's how John Walker is in the comics. Like I said, he's ultra conservative, ultra right wing. The government had an issue with Steve Rogers because he didn't do what they wanted him to do, which happened in the movie also, like the Sokovia Accords, stuff like that. But with John Walker, they have their own attack dog. Like imagine if Trump had a John Walker in his Secret Service right now. He just him to just do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. That would be some scary shit. That's basically what he is right now. So I think what's going to happen. Sam Wilson is going to have to get back to Bucky's going to jump into it all, so they're going to go from there. So I'm wondering it's going to be like the comics, but I know it's not going to be the comics. The reason they passed over Sam Wilson in the comics is because he's black. This isn't me conspiracy theory or putting my agenda on there. They say it verbatim in the comic. In matter of fact, even driving home, they even had a black dude saying it. They were like, well, what about this guy? Nah. What about this guy? Nah. What about Sam Wilson? He's been like Captain America's partner for like 20 years. Nah, he's black. Okay, keep going. So that's why they decided to pick, John Walker, that's why they picked him to be Captain America. So I guess he looks like Captain America, but he acts like Captain America they want. So I'm wondering if the show is going to tackle that, but we all know they won't. Because that's Marvel. So, I guess. Let me see. Can we move on past that?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's go to the video game section. And actually, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time. Excuse me. Hello, Cole. I gotta get some cough drops, something like that. So we're gonna spend a little time on the video game section. Actually, a bunch of shit happened. First thing, Eli, what I did is that I simulated Madden 20 Super Bowl, and I had a prediction about who's gonna win.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if anybody want to go to Vegas and place your bets right now, I'm going to tell you who to bet on, and if they win, I want half of those earnings. So yes. So according to Madden, and I only did one simulation, I didn't do like 20 or 10, anything like that. According to Madden, San Francisco's going to win, and they're going to win a lot. They're going to win by 52-20. That's what they said. No, I'm sorry, 52-28.
52, damn.
Yeah, gonna be a blowout. That's what man says, not me. So you can go ahead and make it a big spread also, because I'm pretty sure you get points by the spread, don't you? I've never gambled before, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Vegas goes by that stuff also. So bet on that, they'll win. Basically, the reason Kansas City's gonna have trouble is because San Francisco's corners are too much. Richard Sherman's gonna act an ass. That's gonna happen. We'll come back to this next Sunday or Monday, and we'll confirm and compare notes and see what they do then. So that's that.
Well, that's right. It's next week. Is it next week?
It's next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowl was this weekend, so yes, there was this. So who else we got? Oh, Evo 2020. Now, Evo Japan 2020. So Evo happened in Japan. Like I said, the biggest fighting game, in the world, but it's Japan. And it was very interesting what happened in Tekken. Now, Eli, remember when we talked about last year around the time when that guy, they had a new fighter named Leroy Smith was coming out?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so Leroy Smith is out now. People been training with him. He went there in the top 8 of Tekken. 7 out of the 8 tournament players played as Leroy Smith.
Is this guy on the banner?
Yes, the black dude in there. The black
Looks
old
like
dude.
old Eddie Goro.
Basically, that guy.
I thought it was old Eddie Goro.
No. It's not old Eddie Gordo. Eddie Gordo did capoeira. This guy does the IP man Wing Chun thing or whatever.
Oh,
that's him.
Okay.
So so when you watch the tournament, it was just Leroy versus Leroy the whole time.
Okay.
People were pissed. I looked at it on Twitter. It was funny. People were like, man, fuck Leroy. Every time I turn around, I saw you playing. He's destroying the game. He's ruining the game. Pick somebody else.
Does he get the glow?
Yeah, people were just pissed, man. Leroy didn't get the glow, but that would have been funny if he did. So, yeah. And the funny thing about it, you think it'd be like somebody from Atlanta or some dude with gold teeth playing with Leroy. Nah, bunch of Asian, Japanese dudes playing with him. Never heard with him before. They were like, yes, I wanted to play with Leroy, so I picked Leroy. I know you think it sounds racist, but that's what they said on there. So don't get mad at me for that, And I'm getting pissed. I'm like, who the fuck is Leroy? My fucking name is Leroy. Say the fucking name right if you're going to whoop ass with him. But anyway, Leroy is unstoppable on this game now. He's destroying Tekken. They're saying he may be the most unbalanced fighting game character in fighting game history because nobody else playing with anybody but him. You pick anybody else, you will lose. Not the first time Tekken had a problem with this. There was this big fat dude named Bob in Tekken 6. And the same exact thing happened. They just pretty much called the game Bob 6. So now they're calling Tekken 7 Leroy 7. They're like, there's no reason to pick anybody else right now. So until they fix him, he's going to be the most dominant person ever. So I'm just
Brian Fury, he was an asshole.
Brian Fury was an asshole, but apparently nobody can beat this guy. They saying he's so easy to pick. Automatic combo. He parries everything. He pretty much kill you just one hit. So like the other guy he's playing against, like one round in like the grand finals. Like one, the rest of him, he just got beat perfect left and right and shit like that. I'm like, okay, it's pretty ugly, So, yeah, everybody hates Leroy. I might make that the name of the podcast. I don't know. We'll see.
Everybody hates Leroy.
The funny thing about it. So, like I said, Evo 2020, one of the biggest payout tournaments in the world. Like I said, the winner of Tekken got paid 1 million yen, which like translates like $10,000. Still a lot of money, Street Fighter 5 got paid $1,010,000. Guess how much the Smash Brothers winner won? Here's the crazy thing.
$1 million.
Not even close. They gave him a they gave him a controller, basically.
Oh,
yeah, a signed controller. That's what he won. It was a gold-plated controller, some shit like that. I think it was worth like $40 for like that. I like, damn. So basically, they don't give a shit about Smash, but they don't even consider that shit real. So, bravo for them. So don't play that shit. Play something real to get you, money from that. Last thing, Ultra Instinct Goku came out. I think I'm gonna get that when it comes out. But other than that's it. Okay, let me say it. Moon. That's out the way. Can we move on to the actual rest of the podcast?
Sure.
Okay, so this is the comic book bullies. We're talking about comic books, and we're gonna jump into it, and we're gonna talk about the comic books. And Eli, I guess I'm gonna jump into it first.
Sure.
All right. I guess we're gonna jump into it. The X Minute. I only read one X book. I didn't read like all 50 of them and shit like that. So we're gonna start with Marauders.
All right.
Tasty. So Marauders is an X-Men book. The book starts off. I didn't read the other book before this one, but it basically starts off with Kitty Pryde fighting the Ku Klux Klan. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I missed something from there, but whatever. They're being led by the Hate Monger. The Hate Monger is an old Marvel villain. He's pretty much like the embodiment of hate. I don't think he's a real person. He even became the Black Panther for a while, which was a weird thing, but whatever. Anyway, they fight. Kitty Pryde whoops his ass, and some dude named the Executioner, because they're fighting the Hellfire Club, and they beat them, and then something happens where basically the Hellfire Club has this drug. They have this machine that can take away mutant powers, and they're planning on selling it all over the country, because they sell it all over the country, they can shut down the X-Men. So they're trying to steal this technology. Storm thinks that Forge has something to do with this thing, so she want to take technology back to Forge. So she leaves. Iceman says he got something to do, and they're like, "What you got to do?" "Oh, I'm a contestant in drag race." So he leaves. So they really doubling down on Iceman. So basically, the 2 Omega level mutants has left, and Kitty Pryde is by herself just sailing. When she does that, Sebastian Shaw pops up on the boat. Like, oh shit, Sebastian Shaw. You're like, yeah, I planned all this stuff purposely. I waited for your 2 Omega level mutants to get the fuck away from you so I can attack you personally. You're like, I don't need them to take you out. Like, oh yeah, you do. So he takes this Krakoan seed out of his pocket. He's like, oh Kitty, you're gonna like this. Throws it at her. And apparently these seeds grow and they attach onto Kitty Pryde, where she can't phase out of them. She's stuck in this tree limb, whatever like that. So she's trapped and can't do anything. She's still on the boat. Sebastian Shaw says, "Okay, finally done with you, Kitty Pryde." He blows up the side of the boat and it starts sinking. And Kitty Pryde just like, "Okay, it don't matter if you kill me. I'm an X-Man. They'll bring me back." And Sebastian's like, no, they won't, because you're not allowed in Krakoa. So since you're not in Krakoa, they never backed up your memory. So when you die, that's it for you. That's why your Omega level mutants been hovering around you the whole time, trying to protect you to make sure it didn't happen to you, because they can't bring you back. So bye. And she sinks to the bottom of the ocean. Sebastian Shaw smokes a cigar. The end. So I'd probably get more out of this if I kept up with the story. Like I said, these X-Men books got so much shit going on. It's cool. All right. 3.5 out of 5. Yeah.
All right. I don't believe I read any Marvel this week.
It's the only one I read.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll go with this Wonder Woman.
We're showing our bias, I think. Yeah, definitely Wonder Woman, because I started to pick that up, but I saw that $10 price tag and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's basically it's $7.50, so they're doing the celebration, the Wonder Woman celebration, like Detective 1000, Action Comics 1000,
Spider-Man
so,
800. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing this with Wonder Woman. And it's just a bunch of short stories, sort of, it's just a tribute to Wonder Woman, And I can't say I'm a big Wonder Woman fan, so I'm not familiar with her, a lot of her mythology, but this was just a peek into.
And they change that shit so much. That's another thing.
Yeah, there's stuff with her fighting Cheetah. She goes, fighting, stuff with her mom and going back to Themyscira and all that. There's a really cool Bombshells story in there. There's a story where she's this little girl who knows how to make flowers and plants. She's like a big fan of Wonder Woman. I thought that was a really cool story. It's just basically celebrating Wonder Woman. It's just a tribute to Wonder Woman, her character, and they're different. What I got from this is like Wonder Woman's different. She's a different hero than,
Batman,
Superman, or Batman.
She's trying to talk the enemy down a lot of times.
Yeah, she's more she's more empathetic. She's more nurturing. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not a big Wonder Woman fan. I'm not a fan. Never really got into her comic books, but just reading this, I'm like, it was nice to see just a celebration of her character. So yeah. So it's just a bunch. Like I said, it was a 100 pages, but a bunch of short stories and pinups and stuff like that. So I give it a 3 out of 5. It was just a greatest hits, a tribute to Wonder Woman.
That's Wonder Woman. I always said I was gonna go back and read like some of the old school Wonder Woman, maybe like the George Perez run, Ares come from and stuff like that. But I don't know. I got sidetracked. Oh, I finally saw that Bloodlines movie. I kind of liked it.
Bloodlines.
That DC animated movie.
Oh no, I didn't see it.
Yeah, see the thing is with DC Universe, they used to drop this stuff the day of, like when the Doomsday Superman movies came out, that was the day of. But now they have some kind of policy now where they release it 90 days after the stuff came out now, so I had to wait. And I wasn't gonna buy it because I was like, it's gonna come out anyway. So it finally came out. So yeah, it was okay. So, my turn.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fuck, what I read? Oh, Superman. It's the Superman. Superman number. Where am I? 19? I think I'm at 19. Okay.
19.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. Okay, so like I said, this is the book after Superman revealed to the world that he's Clark Kent. So he's actually in the office with Perry White, with all the Daily Planet staff, standing at the, behind the window, trying to eavesdrop in on what's going on. And Perry White's just telling him, okay, now that the world knows you're Clark Kent, this creates a lot of problems for the Daily Planet. And Lois like, what kind of problems? I mean, first off, everybody knew we were friends with Superman anyway. So it's not like they're gonna attack us. I mean, hell, they already tried to attack us beforehand anyway. So what's gonna change? Well, first off, with the insurance companies, with other rival newspapers, the fact that he was hiding his identity and pretending like he knew Superman, that creates a big, libel problem for us. We can get sued big time, So Clark Kent, you're fired. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, but I just had a position open up, so you're rehired. I don't know what the fuck they had to do anything. So yeah. So I guess he had to hire Clark Kent officially under whatever he did before, so put it on the books, put it like that. So so Clark Kent works for the Daily Planet. He's still gonna be named Clark Kent. He's like, so what's your name gonna be on the byline? It's gonna be Superman, gonna be Clark Kent, it's gonna be Chaz, what's your name gonna be? Kal-El. You're like, yeah, I'll just stay Clark. Okay. You can be Clark, but you can no longer cite your source as Superman. That's like illegal or some shit. You can't do that. And Lois like, well, can I do it? She's like, shut up, Lois. So Superman, well, Clark. So he's not wearing glasses anymore. He's just wearing the suit and tie, stuff like that. And Perry also tells him, oh, and now that the Clark Kent thing is done, so now I don't have to worry about you turning in papers late anymore. You're like, huh? Yeah, because the only reason I gave you a pass before, because Clark Kent was kind of like a moron. Always clumsy, always tripping and shit like that. But now I know that you were fooling and was acting, idiot on purpose. Now you can turn your papers in on time. I'm like, sure, Perry. Yeah, because you got super speed. I don't pick that up with my regular people. You're Superman. You can turn the paper on time. So he goes out to the bullpen, hugs everybody. Everybody's like, Superman, you did this, Clark Kent, like that. Then he flies, and he just like eavesdrop in on people to see what they think about his situation. They don't care. It's just like, fuck it, okay, he's Clark Kent. Doesn't really bother me. Then he goes to the Justice League, and the Justice League throws him at the Hall of Justice. They throw him a party. Okay, first half of that story. Next half of the story, we see in space, we see the Dominators, the Temerians, the Thanagarians. I can't remember that last alien group. They're all trying to inhabit this other planet, but since they're all in this united planet nation thing like that, they're gonna, go split the planet amongst themselves and like own it in general. But they can do that. Somebody crashes directly to the planet, and it turns out it's Mongol. Mongol's like, I don't give a fuck about United Planets. I don't give a fuck about United Nations. I don't give a fuck all of your planets. I'm finna fuck everybody up right now. He just starts beating shit out of people. Just for no fucking reason. Superman shows up. Superman like, sorry I'm late, but I knew if I was here on time, Mongol wouldn't have showed up. And Mongol like, are you insulting me? If you were here, if I knew you were here, I would have came here faster. So I can kick your ass in front of everybody. So Mongol and Superman fight, and eventually Mongol actually just beats the shit out of him. And at the end of the book, Superman is just knocked the fuck out out cold, and Mongol's like, okay, who's next? The end. So, yeah, like, there was 2 stories put in one. So kind of entertaining. I don't know.
You sound thrilled.
I mean, some of it was, some of it was just it was a shock, because I thought the story was going to go this way, where we know Superman, like, really talking about but they didn't really just deal with it. I think they just like this Superman secret identity thing. I think it's like it's done. It's out. Fuck it. So it's not gonna be like any repercussions from it or consequences from it. It's just like it's a thing. Okay. And now he's off in space doing some other shit. Because people in space don't care who he is. He's Superman. So 3 out of 5.
All right. Well, let's see. Should I do the Batman? I guess I can do Batman.
I mean, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. There's that and Detective. Should I just do the Bat Minute?
Go for it. Yeah, you can knock them both out at the same time.
All right, okay. Batman 87.
Wait. You do Detective, I do Batman. That's the last book I got.
Okay. You want me to do Detective?
Yeah, you do Detective, I do Batman. Even though you read both, but yeah.
All right. I'll do Detective. What is it? Detective, shit. The new Detective comics. Shit, I forget what number it is. 10, 18 or something. So this is wrapping up that this Viking Santa Claus Christmas special.
Okay.
So there was some bunch of murders going around Gotham during Christmas. Batman's been investigating, and there seemed to be done in sort of this Norse mythology ritual, which coincides with the winter solstice. And he uncovers that it's this Viking god, like dude going around chopping off heads and creating blood eagles, which I thought was pretty cool. For those who don't know what blood eagles are, basically it was like a Viking ritual where if you commit, from what I understand, if you committed a crime or something, they basically cut holes in your back and pulled your lungs out of your back.
What?
And while you were still alive, and your lungs you were still breathing, so your lungs would fill up with air, and they would almost look like wings, your lungs would be sticking out of your back while you're breathing, and they would puff out like wings and shit. They called it a blood eagle. And I guess, is it something like if you screamed while this was happening, then you didn't go to Valhalla.
What?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's
just shit I learned. That's from an Amon Amarth song. That's
what the hell?
Yeah. Viking metal. Get into it. But anyway, so Batman investigates these murders. It turns out this cult is trying to resurrect this like Norse goddess. And basically Batman comes and saves the day. And, they do resurrect this goddess, and this big monster comes and eats a bunch of them, and Batman fights it, of course, and finds its weakness and sends it back through the porthole and shit. And then Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So pretty cool. It was fun. I give it a 4 out of 5. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Like I said, that was Detective. Hoping the Batman story can match up with that. So the Batman, which one is this one? 87?
87.
Okay. So Batman 87. The book starts off with Riddler and Penguin having a phone call basically about that some crazy guy named the Designer is coming after both of them. And Penguin's like, I'm already a step ahead of you. And you look at his room, and it's just a whole bunch of dead people in the room. He basically all his lieutenants. He's already killed all of them. So that way the Designer can't find any information about the Penguin. And the Riddler's just like, I'm just nervous as fuck. And the Riddler looks weird as fuck. I don't know if they did something to him or I missed whatever story that was going on with that.
Says, he hasn't slept in 3 months and shit.
Yeah, but he got like dinosaur bones in his back and some shit.
Yeah, he's all fucked up. I mean, fucking Penguin looks wicked too, man.
Penguin that's just like a cool ass design,
Yeah.
But I think whatever Riddler's going to, I think that has something to do with the year of the villain shit. Lex Luthor did some shit to him or whatever. But anyway, we cut through it, and like I said, the last book, those 5 assassins that got together, and they were, going to pull off a target, but nobody knows what the target is. So the police have got him, and apparently the new police commissioner is now Harvey Bullock. Now, I don't know if this has something to do with the Gordon Who Laughs or what, but yeah, Bullock is the new police commissioner now. Batman shows up, they have a conversation, and Bullock's like, I'm not Gordon, don't sneak up on me like that. He's like, I don't care, Bullock, just take him to the black box. What was the black block? Did I say it right? The box? The black block. Fuck. The black
box?
block.
Black block.
The black block, yeah. There it is, the black block. Okay, so the black block is this ultra security prison in the bottom of GCPD for criminals too dangerous for Arkham. Batman's like, I'm tired of putting these guys in Arkham because they're just going to break out anyway. So he had Lucius Fox build a cell so good that even Batman can't break out of it. So if Batman can't break out of it, these guys can't break out of it. So Batman goes down there. He's like, he wants to talk to Slade first because he wants to know what the hell they're in Gotham for anyway. And Slade is like in the black box, and he's black block, and he's just like, yeah, Batman, this little cell you got me in is cute, but I'm gonna break out of it anyway. It doesn't really matter. And he's like, who are you working for? Where are they? That's shit Batman always says. And Slade like, I'm not telling you anything. Matter of fact, you can talk to the rest of these guys too. They don't know anything, but you're gonna talk to them anyway. So Batman's like, okay, Bullock, open the cell for Cheshire. And Bullet's like, Batman, I told you I'm not Gordon. Don't boss me around. And another thing, I'm not opening the cell because Cheshire got all kind of like poison stuff on her. And that's why my guys didn't touch her. The Batman like, that's what she wants you to think. So he opened up the cell and he realized it's like made of clay or some shit. Basically, she's the body double.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cheshire's already out on the street right now. So Batman realized what the fuck's going on. So it's a body double. She's out on the street. She's about to complete her target. He don't know who the target is, but he knows he needs to get there. So he's in the bat plane. He's talking to Lucius.
The night crawler or some shit.
The night walker, the street
or
walker.
Night something.
Something, yeah.
Some new Batman vehicle.
Yeah, some new Batman vehicle. He's stalking the city, stuff like that. Talking to Lucius. Lucius like narrowed down who her targets might be. Well, we know and Lucius like, well, considering all who they might be going for, I think they're going for the CEO of Wayne Enterprises, which is me. So you might need to double time it over here, Batman. Hurry up and find me. Like, okay. Lucius finds her location. Batman goes there, but he realized he don't have enough time to get there. So they get to use a machine called, what was it called? The Bat Shot? The Bat Shot.
That thing,
yeah.
The little skateboard thing.
The
that he
skateboard
rides.
thing. Now, here's the thing about that skateboard thing. I actually did some research on this because I think that thing looks way too familiar. That was a toy for the 1989 Batman line.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was a toy. I remember that. They called it the Bat Sled. So that was the exact same fucking thing. I'm like, oh my God, they put this in a comic. So all the goofy shit that they didn't put in the movie, Tinny and a Tiny, whatever the fuck his name is, doing this shit here. You know? So he shoots himself off riding down the street in a bat sled, chasing after Cheshire. Cheshire hops off a motorbike, lands on him, tries to scratch him and shit like that, put poison in him. And he's like, any last words, Batman? He was like, yeah, duck or some shit, Turns around, she gets hit by a fucking truck. While he's on the bat sled, just slides right underneath it. So that shit like kill her, Especially she got like blood all over the street and shit like that. And all she does is look at Batman like, good one, Batman. You got me that time. Like, you should be dead. And Batman's just like, who are you working for? She don't know shit either. Damn. How'd the book end? I can't remember.
Basically what do you call it? It's all those the assassins.
Oh, the assassin. Yeah, the assassin.
Escaping.
Yeah. Penguin breaks them out.
Yeah, and Penguin's, So Penguin's trying to get one up on this designer.
Yeah. Because he lets them out, but he doesn't let them completely out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously the whatever plan they have is Penguin's plan, and the designer stole it from him. So.
Yeah. So I
guess we'll find out what's going on from there. But yeah. Overall, 3.5 out of 5. I like it. I don't know how I feel about the Bat Sled now that I remember that toy. Because it's like
I'm going up. This is a 4.5 for me. I love this.
Because I don't know how I feel. I mean, I kind of feel cool about they stuck a Bat Sled in here, that old ass toy, and then another thing, Cheshire was like, why didn't my poison work on you? Oh, I did. Blah 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 blah. Oh, you used the anti-Cheshire poison ray or some shit. Yeah.
Batman plan, but it's funny, whoever this designer is, like out planning Batman, it's like,
right, he knows the city, whoever this guy is or she is, whoever.
Yeah, he's out. He's like, oh, Batman's all that preparation that Batman does. Well, this motherfucker did the same shit.
Right. So it's obviously some kind of, and that's why the story is called The Grand Design. So obviously somebody's out prepping Batman. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was great. I thought the art was fucking dope. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Gilliam March. Holy shit! Riddler and Penguin. They look fucking sick, man.
They do, because I don't think the Penguin been through some weird shit. They're just a different design. Well, where Riddler's been through some weird shit,
Yeah, and Penguin's got fangs and shit, and
it's kind of Danny DeVito, but not Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Yeah, Batman's design. There's one panel where Batman's kind of kneeling down. His cape is kind of folded out like bat wings and all the folds, and then of course Catwoman's looking hot as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the exposed armpits or whatever the fuck she got going on, but it's not tactical.
Yeah. Yeah, but I really dug on this. I'm really digging on this new run.
I think I'm still trying to get a feel for his writing. I know all you guys are more familiar with his writing than I am, so I'm still trying to get a feel for what his Batman is. I mean, I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. He's not doing Tom King stuff. I realize that he's not being Scott Snyder.
This is just a summer blockbuster. It's all action packed. You know, he's still dealing with Alfred.
But you don't get like a whole issue with just not yet anyway. But like he's dealing with that shit on the fly.
Yeah, this cool action scene, with the bat sled and shit.
I'm so glad the assassins got out, because I was like, damn, that would have been a cool ass story to stretch over up here to Tiger. I said that last issue, like with those 5 assassins, would have been cool, like to spread that out. And now the assassins are loose. Now we can have that story. So I'm like, that's too cool of an idea to just pass over just one issue.
Yeah. So, yep,
that's
cool.
All I got. So.
I guess the only one I read was the Vamperonica New Blood #2. So this is the Archie horror comics line. Veronica's a vampire. She's finding out that her family has basically come from a long line of vampires throughout history, and we're one of the first vampires in America. And she's dealing with this like vampire street gang that is causing some shit. And we find out in this issue that her dad is behind some of the shit, and that he's basically hired this vampire street gang to cause all this shit. So that's like the big twist that we're learning in this issue. So I like these. I really dig on these Archie horror books, and Vamperonica's pretty fun. So 4 out of 5. And that's all I got.
That's all I got. Okay. Yeah. Eli, man, you know what? You actually made me feel better today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, at the beginning of this episode, I wasn't feeling too hot just because of the whole thing. Now I'm feeling a lot better just because, you know what? That's the thing. This whole podcast is kind of therapeutic sometimes.
Yeah.
Just sit back and just have fun. I mean, like I said, you got your own shit going on. Hopefully this shit for an hour, took some of that pressure off your mind. So.
Yeah.
And hopefully everybody else will listen to whatever you listen to. This is just fun relaxation. That's what we do. We're here to have fun. That being said, listen this long, definitely like, share, and subscribe. Definitely listen to our other podcasts. We have a sister podcast, Geek Sav. Eli, you've been slipping. Wait, you've been hurt. Never mind.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get out.
MAMBA mentality, Eli.
Yeah.
What else we got? We got This Geeks and Comics. We got Comic Cast. If you listen to them, they've been giving us a shout out lately. They're trying to draft Eli. You can't have Eli. He's here. We got what else?
Oh, I ordered some hoodies. We got swag, yo.
Okay, if you did it, I got to do it also. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna wait for like my bonus to kick in. So I
ordered both a Geek Savs and a Comic Book Bullies hoodie. So
nice.
I got some hoodies, yo.
I'm gonna get it too. I feel bad that everybody else is wearing our shit except us. Yeah. What else? Who TV? I'm not allowed to talk about them anymore.
Well, I guess Hoodoo, like Get Valiant is Hoodoo TV now or something like that.
So I can't talk about either one of them now, or what?
Well, Bloodshot. You like Bloodshot?
Nah, not really. I'll get confirmation from the powers that be to realize that. Even though they told me, I forgot. Forgive me. No more talking balls. No more that. Wrestling Council and hell. I think that's it. So yeah, definitely.
Instruments of Destruction.
Oh, Instruments of Destruction. Yes, right. I'm pretty sure some Transformer shit going on somewhere. Yeah. Next week we're gonna talk about Birds of Prey. We don't know how much about Birds of Prey we're gonna talk about. We may just say it sucks and just move on. We don't know. We'll go from there, and hopefully we have a more upbeat episode with some fun shit happening. Until then, it's Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.
I believe in me, I know I can be whatever it is he got for me. Ain't no stopping me, cause you know I got it. Yeah, look buddy, I got it. Oh, yo, and that nigga, I got the juice. About a gallon, maybe two, and it's dripping on my suit. I got the proof, ain't no way that I could lose, ain't no way that I could choose to be anything lesser than a G. Kyle, can you feel his energy? Happy nigga, ain't no hating me. I'm about to bless all of my enemies. Never thought that all of this could happen. I was stupid, damn it, just imagine. I remember all you niggas laughing. Now I'm changing lives, all with rapping. The Goofy movie is my favorite tape. I wanna take Roxanne out on a date. I used to wanna be like Superman until I saw Goku without a cape. Damn, yo, look at what we got here. Hit the bottom, but got to a top tier. Ain't tryna hear what you gotta say to my face. Anyway, nigga, you are not here. Bad nigga with a goal, he a real digger. In the basement working, but no digger. I keep help everywhere that I go. Inside Gin Cherokee, 9 Chinchilla. Now, I'm here to tell you, they gon' try to keep a real nigga down. They gon' try you. But little nigga, you got it. You got it. Yeah, little nigga, you got it. You got it. You got it. Yeah, little buddy, you got it. I believe in me. I know I can be whatever it is he got for me. Ain't no stopping me. Cause you know I got it. I got it. Yeah, little buddy, I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, hey, that nigga, I got it. I get it, I got it. I want it, I cop it. You come help me get it, we divvy the profit. They gon' make a deposit. Now tell me who gon' stop it, bet I'm gon' be poppin'. Cause I'm fly like a robin. Twiddle dee, twiddle dummies, you dumbin' and noggin'. We be pimpin' and mobbin'. Bitch, I'm cold as a hoggin'. Remember when he told you he would leave? Told you that it wasn't meant to be? Now you got the finest rim and weave. Booty growing big as it can be. Booty full and smart, I'm speaking facts. Niggas lining up to pay the tax. Combo number 3, you like a snack? Now that nigga tryna get you back. Remember when she said that you was broke? Ain't believe the plan cause you was woke. Now you big and now she see the growth. Got your bank account about to blow. When you drown in water, get too deep. Keep working, never know what you could be. I swear you ain't gotta believe in me. I got support from all the hidden leaf. Now didn't I tell you them niggas was gonna try you? They gonna tell you you ain't fine enough. They gonna tell you your whip ain't riding enough. But I tell you got it. Yeah, little nigga, we got it. We got it. We got it. Yeah, little nigga, we got it. I believe in me. I know I can be whatever it is he got for me. Ain't no stopping me. Cause you know I got it. I got it. Yeah, little buddy, I got it.
Yo, man.
I got it.
Let me speak
I
to one
got
side,
it.
hold
Oh,
on.
hey, that nigga, I got it.
Back in the day, one shit poppin', but some overridden vodka. Fit can't cop it, designer ain't rockin'. Band make them damn wasn't in my pockets. Hating our music didn't make no profit. I was blind from the dollar, couldn't window shopping. Bando studio didn't have an option. Pot on the store wasn't the only thing rockin'. Oh, dread on the head, how I locked it. Oh, 2010 got a rocket. Oh, out of the atmosphere shine like a chandelier. Burbank, fur clad, I'm the only nigga here. See how God work, we bout to not work. I lost a lot first, I gained the world though. Nothing comes easy, believe me, there's love and the pain. Some things it just gotta hurt for sometimes. Yeah, but I got it, I got it. But I got it, I got it now. But I got it, I got it. But I got it, I got it. But I got it, I got it now.
I believe in me. I know I can be whatever it is he got for me. Ain't no stopping me. Cause you know I got it. I got it. Yeah, little buddy, I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, hey, that nigga, I got it.
Young Krill.